Hi, Leo. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do your June 2019 general reading. This will be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So please take what applies, leave what does not. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, my lovely tribe, thank you for being here as always. I love y'all so much. So if you are new, how this works is we are going to go through each week to see what you will experience, what you need to release, anything in between, and whatever messages Spirit has in store for us. So I hope everyone's doing well. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. If anyone would like a personal reading or leave a love donation, all the information is down below in the description box. And I appreciate everyone who has trusted me with spreading these messages this far. So let's see, Leo, what is going on? What is going on for Leo the first week of June, please? Take a divinely guided change. So the first week you might get an intuitive nudge, a spiritual download, whatever have you. And, this is definitely like taking a leap of faith, moving into divine purpose, taking a chance for change and to allow more positive energy to flow into your life. What is going on week 2? Detox your friendships. So your energy could be affected by people you're hanging around, spending time with, allowing into your life to disrupt your energy. So you might realize that there are some people you got to distance from, release, cut out, that kind of thing. But it's wherever you feel like, okay, so think about it this way. If you hang around someone and like you like them, you love them, but when you're around them, it seems like they're sucking the life out of you, then that is someone who is taking your energy and isn't really positive for you to be around. So really take that into consideration, especially in week 2. I feel like someone's going to show their true colors and you might have to set some stronger boundaries for yourself of what you're accepting into your life. In week 3, you might need to exercise a little more, get out, do yoga, take a walk, take a hike, whatever. And, there's a need to release some energy in order to raise your vibrations. Okay. So what's going on week 4? Focus on your priorities. So some of you might choose to spend a little more time with self, with spirit, and allowing that internal guidance system to kick in to show you things that you may not be aware of in order to release, to process, and to really help give you that guidance that is needed in order to move forward into a new phase of life, because obstacles and blocks are being lifted. And once you remove these obstacles from your life, then you will start to get the downloads that are needed in order to move forward. So let's see, we're going to use the Nature's Whispers to pull for some clarity. What can you tell me about this divinely guided change? Higher ground. Leo just got this one too. So there are some painful cycles that you have been going through, Leo, in the ascension process. There are thorns that you had to crawl over, get poked with, and everything in between. This has not been an easy process for you, but it is leading to a new sense of clarity, of purity, of seeing things from a higher perspective. There could also be a peace offering involved, I'm hearing. But this is allowing you to see things from a different perspective and to also understand that there is a lot of love to be had and to give. This could involve 2 specific people, whether it be you and another person or 2 people in your life. But I definitely feel like there's a really significant number around 2 for Leos. So All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So this is also a really good time for you to look more with discernment about things that have happened in your life and why it's so important that you move on to this next phase of ascension for yourself. So let's see what this detox your friendships. What is affecting Leo's life in week 2 that they need to detox? And this could just be, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be just friends. It could be any sort of relationships, partnerships, families, you know, whatever it be. Okay. Oh, thanks, Danny. Thanks. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. So let's see what's going on. What needs to be detoxed and why? In week 2 for Leo. Yeah, I just found out I had rising in Leo too, so I know this makes sense for me. All right, so come on, y'all. So I kind of feel that, especially with the cards being kind of stubborn at this time, this might be kind of a thing that's been going on for a long time that you've been kind of like procrastinating with and not really understanding that there are certain things that are really needing to change and to be released, but you know, you kind of procrastinated on it, and now it's like, okay, now you really know that these things are affecting your life. Because especially with the higher ground and the bigger picture, right? A lot of the signs have been getting this today. Cancer and Gemini got this today. So this is talking about realizing that your energy is being affected around other people. So this is actually not stimulating your growth. It's hindering your growth. And to see the bigger picture is why you need to raise your energy so you can help raise the vibration of this planet and see how beautiful the setting can really be. Make a wish, right? Planting your seeds, sending it out into the universe, praying, letting the universe know what it is that you actually want to receive and experience within your friendships and your relationships, because now is the time for you to paint that perfect setting of what you want in your life, right? You have to let the universe know what it is that you need, okay? And when you let them know, you are setting the foundation for what will come, right? Hey, Nicole. So let's see, what's week 3? The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. So this could not, it doesn't necessarily mean just exercising, but it could just mean like get to moving, get to stepping, right? Taking action and moving forward in a direction that best suits where you are at this time in your journey. So what guidance do you have for Leo when it comes to this manifestation? That was way too many. Can you be more clear, please? Okay. So culmination of vision and be of service. So there could be a lot of changes within your sacral and your solar plexus. There could be a transformation going in between this, where your courage, your passion, your creative endeavors are taking on a new light, and you're realizing that there are certain changes around how you're planning on being in service to not only yourself, but those around you. And stepping into that, right? I feel like that's kind of what it's talking about, stepping into that passion, that courage, that fertility energy, right? Birthing things into creation and using your intuition to lead you to how you can be of service the most. And focusing on your priorities will help heighten your vitality, right? To shine this healing energy all around the world so you can heal those near and far. So they want you to keep and maintain your childlike spirit, because when you are true to yourself, like we think about when we were children, we had all this inspiration, we had all this creativity, we had a very good sense of who we were, and then we let the world, society, and all these things mold us into what we are now. But it's time to get back to that childlike energy where we're just fine having fun. Like, it doesn't have to be serious all the time. We can just be ourselves and, uncover our truths as we go and get back to that childlike energy where we aren't afraid to express ourselves, where we say what we feel and what we're thinking and what we're experiencing, and not being fear-based. Right. So these are a lot of messages that have been coming up for a lot of the collective. So just take it for what it is. Okay. So let's get some clarity. Week 1, what is going on with Leo week 1 with this divinely guided change and higher ground, please? Ten of Cups. I'll take it. So this divinely guided change and seeing things from the different perspective, right? Going through this ascension where it is very painful at times, where it's hard to get through. All of these things are leading you to a higher state of being, and it's going to bring more abundance and more love and more fruitfulness into your life than you ever thought could be imaginable, right? The Ten of Cups talks about having a happy home, happy life, happy relationships where there's equal give and take. You have been through all the emotional processes of pain, of release, of forgiveness, of compassion, and moving into just a state of gratitude and understanding and finally accepting the love in your life, right? So with the Page of Staffs being on the bottom, this could be a new way of thinking for you and moving into this energy, because now you're starting to align yourself with people who share your vision in this world, and now you're finally feeling understood, right? So once you finally feel understood, then you're going to realize who really is not in alignment with you, okay? If there are people in your life, and I don't know why I need to say this, but if there are people in your life that would be like, man, you've changed. Isn't that the point? Isn't that the point, that we change for the better? Like, it's one thing if we change and we start doing like some stupid shit that doesn't even make sense and we start taking advantage of people. But if we're moving into our purpose and bettering our lives, that is for a reason. So if you have had people around in your life and they're like, they don't like to see you growing and bettering yourself, and they're like, oh, you've changed, blah, 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 then those people do not have your best interest at heart, okay? So moving into week 2, can we get some clarity on who needs to be detoxed and what kind of picture is Leo painting for themselves? The Sun, you're painting happiness. You're painting victory. You're painting with the light, airy colors of the universe and writing into victory. Okay. Um, you're starting to see things where it can be more bountiful and more pleasurable instead of staying stuck in a state of guilt, fear, and obligation. You will be successful in all of your endeavors. Everything is lining up very beautifully. You actually have 2 10s here, so you could be coming to a lot of endings, which also can be very painful depending on, where you're at in your journey, where you're still stuck to those things which are comfortable and familiar and have a really hard time releasing. Yes, it can be painful to let things go, but you also have to understand that we have to let things go in order to make room for new possibilities, right? So this is changing your attitude about how you're feeling about releasing those things. All right. So moving into week 3, what is going on with week 3? How can Leo be of service? Queen of Cups. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but I feel like this is more of listening to your intuition, following your heart, opening your heart, and allowing your heart to guide you. How to be in service, right? Culmination of vision, manifesting abilities. This is all through following powerful, positive thinking and listening to your intuition with your heart wide open. With the Emperor card being on the bottom, this is you taking leadership over your life, standing strong and firm in your foundation and saying, this is who I am, this is how I'm going to move forward, and this is how I choose to live my life. And I have zero regrets about that, right? Especially with the Death card on the bottom of that and the Tower card. So we have the Change Your Life with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups behind that. So all of these changes that are happening, you are finally saying goodbye, good riddance to the old me and my old ways of believing and thinking and acting in my life. I'm choosing to switch it up. If you do not, the Tower is going to come in and shake things up for you to the point where you can't even ignore it anymore, because there are certain things that have to be laid to rest in order for you to accept yourself and more love into your life. Okay. So moving on to week 4, what is going on week 4? The Queen of Staffs. And there you are, Leo, saying, I am passionate, I am confident, I am independent, and I can do this all by my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So this is, and it says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want and the ability to attract helpful people. So put those positive vibes out there that you will be led to your tribe, that you will find the support you need. You will find the healthy partnerships that you need. They are already on their way. They are already happening. And in the meantime, I got me. I will follow my heart. I will follow my creative passions, and I will do whatever it takes to raise the vibration of this earth and be in service, not only to myself, but to others, because I am finally focusing on my priorities. I am finally focusing on my divine life purpose, and there is nothing that can stand in my way. Can I get an amen? All right. So on the bottom, we have the 4 of Cups. So again, there might be some need for reflection in the past, but you do not need to dwell there, Leo. You need to be understanding why things didn't work out, but you don't need to be dwelling on it so much that you miss the opportunities that are being handed to you. Okay, the 4 of Cups can be a symbol of disappointment, dissatisfaction, not receiving the messages, the guidance, or the opportunities that Spirit is handing us, because we are too damn focused on those 3 cups from our past, right? And it says that, with a little bit of reflection and staying focused on our own cup, there will be success. There will be victory, okay, through quiet rest and contemplation. All right, so we're going to move into love. what is going on with love? And this will have to do with anyone and anything on so many different levels. So please take how it resonates, put it where it needs to be, leave what does not. The way I look at it is a lot of these are for soulmate twin flames, but it can also resonate however they come out with self-love as well. So again, just please take how it resonates. Let's get a week 3 before I move on. And week 4, please. Okay. And on the bottom, we have wait. Do not rush. Allow nature to take its course. Okay? Because you are growing together. You do not have to rush anything. Okay? Remember to stay playful. Again, life does not have to be so serious. Danny says, fuck them cups. I love it. I love it. I could feel your energy behind that, Danny. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's go. Danny's energy just totally threw me off. All right. So moving back into love for Leo. This is about self-acceptance, y'all, okay? This is about opening your third eye, your mind's eye, listening to your heart, allowing healing to take place. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. If you are trying to control too many things, if there are things in your life where you're like, they are taking too long, they aren't doing it the way that I want them to, whatever the case may be, this is the time to move to acceptance, y'all. Okay? You have no control over anyone's free will. The only control you have is over your actions, your thoughts, and how you're stepping up to the plate. Okay? So, hey, Lachey, but this is one of those times where you have to release the control of the outcome, okay? You can see things more clearly. If you want this 10 of Cups energy, you have to take the divinely guided change to move past the pain and move more into acceptance, okay? If you try to control things, you're going to lose, okay? What's that phrase? Tell God your plans and listen to him, watch him laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not up to you to save anyone or to make sure that they're doing the work that is needed. That is up to them. We simply hold space, right? For any healing to occur. So have acceptance, have compassion, and understanding that they are doing their work. Might not look the way you want it to, but it is happening, okay? So week 2, there's definitely more compassion going on, even if there is some form of separation, whether it be emotional, physical, you know, whatever the case may be. But this, some of you could just be a lack of communication as well. But this says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time, and nothing is missing. When you have a deep, deep connection with someone, there is no true separation. That is all an illusion, right? Again, it might not look the way that we want it to, but that is our need for control. And we are not in control of divine union, connection, or anything of that sort, right? We had no control when these people came into our lives. We have no control over how they are affecting our lives. And all we can do is just allow things to simply be, and, you know, allow that space to occur where, you know, you are releasing any unhealthy attachments that is taking your energy from you. You should not have all your focus placed on another, because that is wrong. we are taking away from ourselves and from our divine purpose if we are putting all of our focus on someone else. And you also have to understand that in order to have this happiness and contentment and seeing the perfect setting, right? It's seeing the bigger picture, planting the seeds, being happy and successful in the moment that you are in. And like, really think about it. If this person was in your life, how would you like it to look? And I mean, in reality, it might not look anything like that. So if it did come in and it didn't look like that, would you be upset? I mean, and that's where we have to release the attachment to the outcome. If it is meant to be a certain way, it will be. But we also have to understand that we're not in control of any of this. So allow the space for healing to occur. Understand that connection is not going to go anywhere, and you will be taken care of. Okay? So moving into week 3, that connection is getting closer and closer, y'all. Look. Okay? It's moving in from this healing energy where it's probably more on a 5D level, moving into more of a heart-centered space where there is love, there's compassion and understanding. Okay? When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So everything that you are learning from either your divine masculine, your divine feminine, depending on who's watching, your soulmate, whatever the case may be, there is no right or wrong. Okay? Everything is happening as it should, the way that it should, and at its own pace. Whether you like that or not, that's truth of spirit. Okay? And everything that you are learning in this process is expanding your knowledge and the way that you interact with love. So if you are interacting with fear when it comes to love, there are certain things that you need to heal within yourself so that you do not carry this fearful baggage into your relationship when that union comes. Okay? Again, follow your heart, follow your intuition, allow yourself to be in service to yourself and to others, and take it for what it's worth. Every time we are triggered or we feel disconnection or, whatever the case may be, we're always learning something about ourselves or our counterparts, whatever the case may be. And we need to take it as an educational value, right? So moving into week 4, we have passion. And look at the progression, okay? So it's more of this gentle nature, like, okay, I got you. Let me stroke your hair. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be okay. Moving into a more heart-centered space. I feel you. I love you. I want you here, but I understand. Take your time. To bam. That's some sexy shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, divine masculine's like, ooh, I can't get enough of your sexy ass, right? Because there is a new beginning. Peace is taking place. Healing is occurring. And it says a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. If this is what you want, that passion, right? This is what you need to be calling in. It doesn't say, oh, well, I want my divine masculine to come in even though he's a hot fucking mess and he's laying out on the floor drunk because he can't handle his shit. You really want that in your house? Nah. Allow them to expand. Allow them to come closer to source energy and give that room for passion to evolve. Right? And when we realize that passion that we initially felt when we met these people will reignite when the time is right, because we don't have to rush it. We do not have to rush it because everything is happening in due time. But it's coming. It's coming, my friends. All right. So let's get a theme card for Leo. Leo's getting all sexy up in here. All right. So theme card for the month of June. Oh, Lord. Fuck that hot mess. Danny, you so feisty today. You're so feisty. Oh, Lord. He says, fuck them cups. Fuck that hot mess. And the Spirit's talking shit back. We just popped out 3 cards. All right. Theme card for Leo. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they have to fix themselves before they come back in. It's not your job to do it for them. But there is definitely a progression when it comes to the relationship and connection of Leo's love life. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So theme card for the month of June 2019 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. 1 card, please. Make it clear. You are on fire. I don't know why this just popped in my head, Danny, but you know the guy where they made like a meme out of it. And it's like, hide your kids, hide your wife. That's what it feels like. It's all good, Stacy. Thank you for being here. It's okay. Go back and watch the replay, my dear. Oh, where did oh, there it is. Okay. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Danny, but that's what it reminds me of. All right. So we have the card 33, which is an ascended master number. All right. Child of the light. There is a divine light that does not cast a shadow, nor does it cast judgment, even though it reveals truth. A truth that is sometimes hard to acknowledge and requires that we change our ways. True divine light is healing. It is unifying. It brings hope and illuminates the way. Other sorts of light exist on this planet that are not so pure nor so helpful. Those sorts of light may appear stunningly bright, yet in effect create separation and increase ego. You can recognize genuine divine presence not by how dazzling it may appear at first, but by what your devotion to that light evokes in your heart and your world. Trust your feeling over appearances. Move away from influences that create fear, negativity, or doubt in you. Reach out for that which uplifts your heart. Spiritual protection is being offered. Refuse to be dazzled by ego masquerading as something spiritual. Through your prayers and efforts, spiritual light has been accumulating on the inner planes, even though you may not sense that consciously as yet. There will be an intersection of events and circumstances in your physical world through that which light shall pour forth and manifest itself as grace. Continue with your spiritual devotion. There's something truly good to come of it. Okay? So, again, I feel like this is really leaning more towards that detox of friendship. So if you have people in your life, and listen, you're going to know who it is if this is something happening in your life. But I have been and I don't want to say victim, but I have fallen into this trap many times where there's a lot of people out here convincing that they are of spiritual nature, but not truly living that lifestyle or in their purpose, and they still create a lot of fear within their lives. These are people you need to be careful of. So if you have someone who's trying to be a mentor or someone who's trying to give you spiritual guidance, but still creating fear in your life, whether that be organized religion or, maybe you have a friend who probably means well, but still, likes all the sparkle and dazzle, but isn't really willing to do the hard work on themselves, right? These are people you need to be careful of because they're not in alignment, right? And there are different forms of light and there's different forms of light workers, but if you want to ascend to that higher level, then you need to really listen to your intuition, pay attention to the red flags, and don't be so dazzled by all the bells and whistles, and allow someone to show you their true colors. Okay. So there is transformation happening in full effect for you. Pay attention to your dreams as well. Some of you might need to get into yoga to create more core strength, right? Some of you might need to work with the breath of fire or, things like that in order to activate and balance. So just take that into consideration and understand that all of this is happening in alignment to what you need to be doing. You just need to be acting upon it when it needs to happen. Okay? So, all right, y'all. So that's what I have for you. I hope it makes sense. If you need a personal reading, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. If you do not need a personal reading, but you would like to support the channel, there is a donation link down below in the description box. All of my information is down there if you want to look at that. And if there's anything that I can help you with, I would be glad and honored to do so. So, with that being said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Drop me a comment if you're catching the replay. Let me know how this resonates with you. I wish you all the best of luck and much love and many blessings, my friends. I will see you later. Bye.